And I found myself destroying my health and my life and going to bed at 4, 5, and sometimes 7 in the morning trying to put out the videos. Yeah, and I felt very blessed to have met you because I'm like, oh, now it's not going to take me 4 hours, it's just going to take me an hour. And in that time, I have collected about $50,000 in revenue, like cash collected, directly from the YouTube videos. Every single one has paid all upfront for multiple months. I've never experienced anything like it.
So that's Jordan Rafealov. He runs a 6-figure AI lead gen agency, and he came to us because YouTube was eating up all of his time and mental bandwidth. He wanted someone who understands YouTube strategy to the core, knew his niche, and just could take the whole thing off his plate. So when we got on board, we not only saved him dozens of hours every week, we also generated him a ton of qualified leads, and he made way more money than he would have otherwise from YouTube. He called it a perfect marriage of skills.
It was like a perfect marriage of all of those skills.
So if you want YouTube to bring you highly qualified clients who pay in full for multiple months, just click the first link in the description to get started. And for now, just watch this interview.
So, Jordan, for the people who don't know you, can you give a quick intro of who you are and what you do?
Yeah, thanks, Archit. So I run a business called Dopamine Digital. We work with B2B SaaS companies, consultants, and we help them generate a bunch of leads. And recently I started making YouTube videos, and some of them did really well, but it was unbelievably time consuming. And so you guys have helped me significantly save that time and make videos that speak directly to my target audience. So yeah, I guess that's what we do and who we serve.
And where were you at before we started working together, like the process,
Yeah.
the YouTube consistency, and like were you scripting videos yourself?
So before, well, I guess I was spending, I don't know, 3 to 4 hours per video putting together the idea, the hooks, the title, the thumbnail, some of the research around it, and the Miro boards, which are incredibly time consuming. And I found myself, on top of all the stuff that I was doing day to day, destroying my health and my life and going to bed at 4, 5, and sometimes 7 in the morning trying to put out the videos because I had committed to doing one video a day for 100 days like an idiot. And then I realized how much work it was actually to do all of this. And at the same time, we were introduced to each other, and I can't remember how we started working together. How did we start working
Yeah,
together?
I found you on school on the,
Yeah,
and then we just chatted about YouTube stuff, and then we just
right.
got along on creating
Yeah,
Miros and stuff like that.
yeah. And so, yeah, you were part of my paid thing, and so of
Yeah,
course I was going to give you the time of day and listen to the things that you said. I think you gave me a couple of good ideas, and then I'm like, I need some help with this. This is so time consuming. Oh my god! And so you came in and helped streamline a whole bunch of it. Helped me put together the Miro boards. Like half of the battle was, okay, I've got the idea. I can talk about this concept, but now I need visual things because I can't just I can't just be a talking head because I don't
yeah,
want to send it away to edit. So I need to show something visual. It was a you had the knowledge around the marketing, you had the deep understanding of the niche and the ICP, and also shared the same interest in fanboying about Alex Hormozy and all of his frameworks. And I didn't need
yeah,
to explain them. You didn't need to learn them. And you also created really amazing mirror boards. So it was like a perfect marriage of all of those skills. Um,
yeah.
yeah, and I felt very blessed to have met you because I'm like, oh, now it's not going to take me 4 hours. It's just going to take me an hour to go through and edit, to go through and film and upload. So yeah.
Awesome. And from creating YouTube videos, doing YouTube consistently, what kind of results have you seen? Like since we started, I'm talking about like lead quality, revenue growth, or any of that.
I posted consistently for the last 93 days, one video every day. Now, not every single video you have helped me script and create, but a lot of them you have. And in that time, I have collected about $50,000 in revenue, like cash collected, directly from the YouTube videos. Some of them are from ones that you've helped, some of them ones that I've helped
Yeah,
create. Like they're all like the machine wouldn't exist if it was just purely me, because there aren't enough hours in the day. So yeah. Also, my channel has being able to be consistent has grown my channel 2 times. Like I think I had 1,000 something subs, and now I have almost 5,000. And then the lead quality of the people who are coming in from content is so much higher than me doing outbound that I'm completely changing my strategy moving forwards, and will likely either reduce my outbound or shut it down completely and move into doing like 5 times more content than I'm currently doing, because it's so much more profitable and effective.
Now, quick thing, if you're watching this and thinking, I want the same exact results for my business, but I don't want to do all of this myself, the strategy, scripting, editing, packaging, SEO, then just click the first link in the description to book a free call with me. We'll get on board, make all of your YouTube content done for you so you can keep booking qualified calls while becoming the authority in your niche. All right, now back to the video.
A lot of people don't understand this, but your videos average around 400 to 600 views. Some videos might even get like 1,000 to 2,000. But can
Yeah.
you break down for everyone how you're actually making money from those numbers?
Yeah. Well, I have two offers, right? The first is the low ticket offer. People are joining my free school group or the paid school group, which is, super low ticket monthly. But it's still good revenue. Or they're filling out a form because I'm presenting with authority and I'm talking about frameworks and processes that they want to learn about. And most of them are going, I don't want to do this. Can you just do this? And like that's what I do as an agency. And so they'll click a link in the description, fill out the form, and then apply to work with me, and I'll have a conversation with them. And then the incredible thing about the leads coming from YouTube, actually, that I've noticed, when I do outbound and I sign a contract with a client, people pay monthly usually. I always suggest that they can pay up front, save some money. Occasionally they do, but most of the time they don't. With inbound from content, every single one has paid all up front for multiple months. And so the cash collected is so much higher, which gives me so much leverage to be able to hire good people, build better systems, etc. So it's really been, I've never experienced anything like it. Yeah.
Awesome. And besides the business growth, like, cash collected, leads, etc., what has been the personal impact on doing a lot of YouTube videos? Like most people generally do like 1 or 2 videos a week, but you've been just ramping videos and like spamming this stuff. So what's been the personal growth in terms of talking or stuff like that?
Yeah, good question. The consistency of being able to post a video a day has allowed me to let go of all of my perfectionism and around the content, and just be more comfortable with shipping something and putting it out into the world instead of making sure that it's perfect, which I think is a really valuable skill. If I look at all of my most successful friends, they don't spend 6 months on a project. They'll pre-sell it, and then they'll put it together and they'll do an MVP, and then they'll put something like the speed it takes them to go from idea to execution is as short as possible. And I think if you what I was doing before, it was taking way too long. So the consistency of putting out a video every single day has removed that significantly. I don't even edit the videos anymore. I just get on. I have an overview. I know the framework or the concept relatively well, and then I'll just talk to the camera. So I've done it 96 times. I've done it more than 100 times since we've started, and I feel like I've gotten a lot better at it. So the personal growth, I guess, is mostly around letting go of perfectionism and taking more action, which leads to better results.
Awesome. And what surprised you the most about working together? Like was it the Miro boards, the strategy, the daily support, or like what stood out the most?
I think it's the Miro boards, um, because I remember putting a lot of time and effort into how the Miro boards looked and trying to make them look nice and make sense sequentially and all the rest of it. And I thought, this is taking me so long. I need to outsource this. I'm not going to be able to find somebody that can do it at a level like this. And then you come along and it's better. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that's the most surprising thing.
How was I with the response time, like was it quick or were I taking days to respond?
Yeah, you're responsive. Um, I think what we're doing now, where we're batching ideas together, is much better.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it's my fault that things take, like that I'm filming them in the evening instead of filming them in the day, because if I came to you with the ideas earlier and gave you the approval earlier and batched them together like we're trying to do now, then I wouldn't be, filming it at 1 a.m. But I don't really think that that's got a lot to do with you. It's about the organization on my end. But the response is I don't think I've had to wait more than a couple hours for you to respond ever.
Awesome. And based on like everything you've seen so far with your YouTube, your business, where do you think the current trajectory is in 2026? And will you be just keep doing YouTube as acquisition channel?
Well, like I had a conversation with my team the other day, and we're talking about a whole bunch of stuff. And I go, look, that's irrelevant. The plan moving forwards is content. Everything is fed by content. We need to focus solely on content. Remove all the other things from your plate. I need my executive assistant solely focused on the content and distributing the content and helping me manage and organize content ideas and keep me on track and make sure that I'm filming, and then so that I can triple and quadruple down on the content. So I think it's one of the most powerful lead generation tools I've ever come across, and so I'm just trying to do more of it. Definitely not going to slow down and stop.
If I were to do some magic and give you like either 10K YouTube subscribers, loyal YouTube subscribers, or 100K, Twitter followers or LinkedIn followers, which one would you choose at the end of the day?
Well, it's got to be YouTube. Twitter is okay, but for my offer, I don't think it makes sense. YouTube is. I've noticed that sometimes I put out videos that get 400 views and they're on something really obscure, and I get lots of really high quality leads from it. And then sometimes I put out a video that's like trending on topic and it gets more views, but the lead quality is worse. And so YouTube is just such a fantastic place for high quality leads if you know what you're doing. But that being said, I don't have much of a following on LinkedIn, but I haven't closed really anybody from LinkedIn or Twitter. But I closed a bunch of people from YouTube, so I'd say YouTube.
Definitely. So if someone was on the fence, working with us, what would you tell them?
Well, my experience has been very positive. I think if you don't have time to focus on creating the content yourself, and if you maybe don't have the expertise, then it's a no brainer to outsource it to somebody like you and your team, because it's such a powerful channel. It's irresponsible not to be creating YouTube content. And so if you have all the time in the world and you don't mind grinding and putting 4 hours in to create a video, okay, cool. But if you don't have that time, the only option is to outsource it. And my experience with you guys has been fantastic so far. So, yeah, that's what I would say. One of my paid school group calls the other day was just telling everybody that they need to do content. And the last call that I had was with a guy, and like for 45 minutes, I just pulled up a Google Doc and I just said, all right, tell me all the things you know and let's write them all down so that you can create content, because unless you're creating content, you're not going to grow in 2026. Yeah, content, content,
Yeah,
content.
awesome. Drop the links to your YouTube channel and school group below if anyone wants to check them out. Thanks for doing this, man. I appreciate you. See you soon.